Okay, ready?
Yeah.
I'm starting a business. That was way too slow.
Okay, my bad. Nope,
It's gotta
sorry.
be like right after I say it.
Okay, hold on.
I'm starting a business. And I'm gonna use this truck to do it. This is my new to me 2021 GMC Duramax 2500. It's got some minor damage. Or maybe not so minor. But that's alright. That's alright. It'll work just fine for what we're trying to use this thing for. So let's go back to the shop and I'll explain along the way. So this truck's a 2021, it's a few years old. It's got 150,000 miles. Got some dents and dings. But that's alright, that just means we paid a good price for it. So what is our business? We are starting a dumpster rental company. A roll-off dumpster rental company. So I've got a gooseneck trailer, a couple dumpsters on order. But before we get all that, we've got to get our truck set up and ready to go. There's a few things we got to do, and some of that is going to be part of today's video. So I want to get the logos on the doors. I want to get the windows tinted. I've got a beacon and some strobe lights to put on. I've got a light bar to put on. We've got some stuff to do. I don't know if it's all going to make the cut in this video, but basically we've just got to get the truck ready to rock for our business. So first order of business here is getting our stickers on. Now I realize some of you might be thinking this a little wasteful to put these nice new expensive stickers on these smashed up doors. And I have a good reason for that. The reason is I don't want to spend thousands of dollars right now replacing the doors. I want to get our business going, start making some money, and see if we could justify replacing the doors after the fact. These stickers, for two of them, were a little over $100. So, yeah, we might waste $100 worth of stickers, but we gotta get going. And we can't just keep dumping endless amounts of money into this thing. So we'll get this door all wiped down and see how our stickers fit. So I kind of went back and forth on the whole replacing the doors thing, because part of me says this is your branding and you don't want to have, you know, kind of beat up old truck driving around with your logo on it, right? But another part of me says it's just dumpsters. As long as the dumpsters and stuff are presentable, that's what people really care about. Your truck's only gonna be there for, you know, 15 minutes or so. And I don't think anybody's really gonna think too much about a couple dents. So we're just gonna roll with it. Try to make some money and shine this thing up later. So this is gonna be a little tricky to line up, because this is just like a rough cut. It doesn't necessarily match the lines on the logo. Should have probably got my tape first. So I guess from right here it's about 10 1/4, 9 1/2. So it could go forward a little bit. Kind of hard to say where it should go. I mean, I think it looks pretty good right where it's at. Let's just see here. The door is about 46. The 23 is the center. So the center of the R is off a little bit. And the other part of this whole deal is the straightness of it. It's not straight. So there's a lot of different ways I saw online on how people do these. And I think the most popular method is to put a piece of tape right down the middle and do it in 2 halves. So basically, 1 half at a time. You just peel the backing off. Tear this and fold it over so we don't have that raw paper touching our sticker. Okay, then we just kind of start sticking this thing on here. Alright. Now we can pull this tape off. Finish peeling the backing off, and then we can apply the rest of the sticker. Now we'll just press this down real well and peel the transfer stuff off and see how it looks. Alright, here's the big reveal. I was a little worried about the color of the orange because through here it looks like it's got a lot of red in it, but it looks good. I think there was a bug in it. Some sort of little bug. Doesn't seem to have left a permanent mark. Well, check that out, guys. I think it turned out really nice. Let me know what you think down in the comments, but I think this looks really good. I'll give you a wide shot too of the whole truck. See what you think. Now we just gotta do the same thing on the other side.
Nice.
This side's got a little more damage on it than the other side. But that's alright, up here's not too bad. They've been chip sealing the roads around here, so there's a bunch of just little like flecks of tar or seal coating or whatever they use on the chip seal. kind of all over the doors. You don't really see it, but once you get up close and start trying to clean it for some stickers, you see it. Alright, so how do we decide where to put this thing? This thing needs to go up a little bit. Pretty easy. The sign shop wanted $45 to install these. They're really not that hard to do though, so not sure why you would pay them. But I'm sure it makes sense for somebody. There's a bubble right there, but I think it's just in the transfer tape. Alright, another big peel. See how we did. I was considering trying to be cheap, buying a roll of black vinyl and a roll of orange, and cutting these in separate, cutting the orange shape, cutting the words, and then cutting this word in black and overlapping it. But I think this printed one was the way to go. It looks really nice, and there's not like a lip or anything where it could start to peel, where it's like vinyl on vinyl. Okay, I don't see any bubbles, so I think we're in good shape. Yep, looks perfect to me. Now let's move on to the next thing. So the next item on our list here is a beacon. Now I want a beacon and some little strobe lights, so if we're blocking the road or something like that, trying to drop a dumpster off, we're visible. We're easily visible. Now the one thing that I hate about these cheaper beacons is that this nice clear plastic turns yellow. So to combat that, I ordered some of this turtle wax ceramic coating, which had pretty good reviews online. I'm going to spray that on here and hopefully add some UV resistance. So we'll clean it off. In case there's any oils or anything from the factory or me touching it. Wash and dry car, shake well. Use two sprays per panel. Spread and wipe with a clean folded microfiber cloth. Okay. See now why they said to spread it with a microfiber. This one's wet. Better grab a new one. I'm wondering if you weren't supposed to spray it directly. If maybe you were supposed to spray it on the towel. I'm not really sure. I guess we'll just smear it on. I'll bring you guys back when we go to mount this thing. Okay, so I pressed one of the buttons on the dash. And there's a few wires up here that came like this with the truck. And I just need to figure out which is Got power. I kind of thought it was gonna be that one.
Hours later.
I thought this was gonna be a lot easier. Okay, I did quite a bit of poking around off camera. I didn't realize that these were all just stuffed back here. I still couldn't figure it out. But what they did was, these are two different power wires, even though it's red and black. And then these were all of the grounds. So, if I cut off the end of our beacon here, so if I take one of these, then our beacon works. So that answers that. So now we need to strip this back a little bit. And take one of these butt connectors. Crimp it down. This little white wire is power. Let's strip this way back, and then we'll fold it over on itself, just so it fits a little bit better in our connector here. Then the nice thing about these is they have this heat shrink with adhesive. Which really helps to keep them from coming apart. I don't know where my heat gun is. This torch is a little overkill. We don't need the yellow wire. That's for programming it. So we'll take this gray wire, which we burned a little bit. We'll do the same thing with this one. And one more time with the torch. Alright, should work when we press this button. Perfect. Alright guys, that's gonna be a wrap for today's video. Didn't get as much done as I was hoping, but that's okay. That just means there's gonna be another episode after this one, setting up this truck for our business. Got some really awesome stickers. Got a cool beacon. Things are starting to come together. We'll be hauling trash in no time. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave me a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.